Tomorrow is all day, the 4th of July. That is where, I'll be honest here. So in Minnesota for the longest time, way back in the day, we wanted fireworks to be made legal, and they were made legal by the governor, the body, Jesse Ventura. He made fireworks legal in the state. And I hate him for doing that now in retrospect, because on the 4th of July, going out and see a good fireworks show is fine. But then if you're just trying to sit and do anything else, you're in your house and you just hear fireworks going off non-stop no matter what you want to do. So unless you actually want to shoot off fireworks, you might be having a bad time on the 4th of July. Also, there's this like weird haze that just goes through your backyard. It's actually probably incredibly unhealthy to breathe the outside air on the 4th of July. At least here in the suburbs.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura, he's in the making of the Predator movie, which is like an hour-long YouTube video, but you should totally watch it. He's a heck of a guy. That was totally before Governor. He's just kind of weird now. Anyway,
he's gone off the deep end. Yeah, he's all conspiracy theories nowadays. But taking a look here at the defense for Nubris. As I said up, it's going to be Kusta on the Mercy, Stoop on Reinhardt, Buds on Junkrat, Cool Matt on the Reaper, Vonathil on Symmetra, IDDQD on the 76, and ladies and gentlemen, Junkrat making his grand reappearance. Fans of the Trash Mouse rejoice.
Yeah, this Nubris team is running kind of a little bit of the older meta, definitely running Symmetras more often and still on that Junkrat on defense. I love it. On offense, though, it is going to be one shot. Ultima Wep will take to the skies as Farah. He'll be followed by Psycho Waffle on Mercy. Wolf will play the Lucio. Chronic, of course, on Reinhardt. Xy's going to flex onto Zarya and Dot on McCree.
My ultimate is charging.
Buds right now. Looking for shot after shot right now in this very protected area in the building. Not really easy to get on him. Maybe Ultimate Weapon could go for the aerial shots, but again, not the worst area for a Junkrat. So though both teams still full strength, one shot looking for an opportunity, throwing rockets in onto IDDQD. IDDQD actually almost going down, taking a lot of damage from this poke. In trouble, has to back out. Good assault here coming out from one shot as Dot able to get first kill of the game, takes out Vonathil, but they lose Chronic in the process, and that might not be worth it.
Yeah, I think Fuzz actually blew himself up too. Now there is going to be a resurrection on the offense here.
I'll note that Kusa's still alive. He has a res of his own. He's going to bring up some of the fallen. He goes down, though, for that res. I don't know if that was worth. He came very out of position to go for that res. The offense right now is starting to get right into it. They have respawns, of course, a little bit quicker. Vonathil was not able to get a teleporter down.
They're going to try to stall out.
And unless Cormac can do some heroics here, this is looking really good for one shot.
No, they're going to stall out for sure. Vonathil just got
the teleporter comes down. So, yeah, they won't be able to get right back in. They do solve for it on. Here comes the tire from Buds. Rolls right over Chronic and Rolf. Down they go.
Yeah, Chronic had just had a
defense is able to hang in here. They do get in off the teleporter. 3 quick kills coming out for Buds. My goodness. Make it 4.
So yeah, Telly comes up in a clutch moment from Vonathil. They were able to stall that out. IDDQD still unharassed on his perch here, and then Buds with the absolute killer cleanup. There was a great Earth Shatter down too. I thought Chronic was going to clean that up. Tyre came in and put an end to those plans.
Drop the beat.
All right, so offensive sound barrier coming in right now from the side of one shot. They're going in. Wolf takes out Buds right away. Dot on the kill for Vonathil. I'm going to note, by the way, Kusta does have res, will bring up some of the fallen, but the momentum entirely in one shot's favor. Ultimate Weapon drops a barrage, takes out 3. And one shot now, they've dealt with Kusta. There will be no res. The teleporter's still up, but I don't know if they really want to stream in on this. Don't throw good money after that.
Yeah, Buds comes through and just goes to the roof. That's fine. That's smart. Buds had not wanted any part of that fight, so he's going to actually take this second roof here. Kusta's got to be careful. He almost ate a giant rocket. Buds actually eats a rocket, but that's actually good for Kusta. Allows him to get his charge up here. So they are running double Winston on this defense. They're running Stoop on this Reinhardt as well. IDDQD does come up as Widowmaker. An interesting look, though, to say the least. There's 2 Widows there. We're back in Hollywood Widow battles.
Widow v Widow battle, here we go. Dot, though, gets the better of IDDQD, able to send a bullet right to his dome. 65 not fair to the offense. Winston now trying to get on the rooftop, getting just smacked around by this hammer, though. Winston, not like this. Stoop beating him up. Defense still being really far aggro, getting punished for it. I don't know why they dove that deep. That was not the greatest. They weren't with their Reinhardt. I don't know. Cool Man Buds wants that back, but I do not agree with that at all.
I guess if you're going to run double Winston, that's why, because I was kind of baffled why they're running double Winston here, unless they think there's just no answer for it. I don't know. I thought it was a wrong move, but if you're going to run it, I guess use it to dive. Buds
the double Winston is fine, but the problem is that Stoop is up on the rooftop off on his own, and I don't know. It didn't feel like a great choice here from Nubris. Now Nubris in trouble. They've given up a lot of room here on the streets phase. We'll see if Stoop can turn this back in his favor. Does have an opportunity here for an Earthshatter. I might even just want to drop the hammer right now. He can drop it at any point with knockdown 3. There it is. Does knock down 3. Ball might not be there as Chronic going for the long run. Oh no, he pushed him into the health pack. He pushed him into the health pack and Chronic's alive. What in the world? Oh, down goes Chronic.
During that IDDQD took down Psycho Waffle, so this fight was already over, which makes me kind of question Xe using his whole hog there unless he's going to switch off of the Roadhog.
Pardon me.
So, a little bit of a messy fight, a little bit of weirdness with the charge of Winston into the health pack, but in the end, they are able to hold in, and much needed stabilization here for the side of Nubris.
They were going to switch. Xe does come up on the Winston so they can take that high ground. Dot is going to switch onto the Reaper, too, to try to deal with some of this tank play. But now there's really no great response to IDDQD on his Widow. I mean, maybe the Pharah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be able to do. Oh my goodness, he got Psycho Waffle. The headshot is true. Ultimate weapon goes down. A beautiful double kill coming out from IDDQD. Widowmaker, still a thing, guys, when played properly. And Chronic right now getting deep onto the point. It's not over yet. Chronic putting the team on his back, drops the hammer, gets the triple kill. The finest in W Mouse 1 action. Soup says, you're W Mouse 1, I can do the same. Does Earthshatter Chronic down, but really something coming out of nothing here for the side one shot. That fight should have been over from those first picks.
Yeah, Chronic and Xe really playing super well. Custom did get the resurrection on doing a lot of that damage, but now Ultima Web is back on the point. It is 2v3. Here comes the Barrage trying to go hero mode, but the shield makes him kill himself. So Ultima's out of that fight. Still no answer for IDDQD's Widow. And after what just happened, you'd think that something has to switch here. They're going to run a second Winston now to try to deal with it. Xe and Ultima on those Winstons.
Punch, by the way, does have Dragon Blade at the ready. He's going to be able to use this in just a moment. And defensive Dragon Blade not to be underestimated. So, Bud's right now waiting for his opportunity. The offense being very tight-knit, but the fact that they're tight-knit means that Dragon Blade could do all sorts of damage. Bud's, though, he's a little bit far back. He's going to activate the Dragon Blade pretty late, gets onto the point, slicing, dicing, looking for the Mercy, will take out Psycho in the corridor, looking for more. No one's on him. Does so much damage, but here comes Dot towards the end. Death Blossom at the ready. Both teams very much bloodied here on the point. And one shot, I think, getting better at this. Buds might have just waited a little bit too long to actually go in.
Pardon me.
Yeah, they are going to finally get this point, but the defense did stabilize, stalled out there for a while. It'll be interesting to see if IDDQD stays on this. Now that they're running double Winston, you're kind of, yeah, he does switch off immediately to the Reaper, so definitely meta mind games happening today. Buds remains on this Genji. I'm not sure that's right either, but Cool Matt is going to come up on a Roadhog, so a lot of switches happening. Xe is going to switch to Soldier 76.
Alright, Buds is still there. It looks like he just DC'd from him, but he is switching to the Pharah.
Okay.
Giving up the Genji.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this change up, and with only 2.5 minutes left, Nubris still has a chance of holding this, although it is kind of hard to hold at the back. Cool Matt, though, on the Roadhog, takes out Dot. Buds over the top on the Xe. All momentum in the world here with the side of Nubris. I'll note, though, Psycho about to get a res, so he could turn this in his favor in just a moment. We're just going to have to see. Res comes out here from the defense. Psycho hanging on to his, can only bring up one. We'll bring up two in the end. Everyone can use their res, but 2 quick kills here from the side of Nubris. Definitely saying this more in the favor. I don't know. Xe coming right back in. Could go either way, Hex.
Yeah, it started off okay. They did have the sound barrier too. Stoop is actually going to get isolated and caught out here. I'd imagine Chronic is able to clean him up. Buds is coming in unopposed over the top as takes down Dot.
Stoop just eating hammer after hammer. Finally, he falls. Chronic chopping that tree right down. Stu probably should have used the Earthshatter a little bit earlier there, I'm not sure, but here's the important thing here for One Shot. One Shot has 1:30 left, and they are moving forward. They have a great opportunity here. Cool Matt does get the hook, does not get the fall through. Big Earthshatter coming down from Chronic, setting up the defense. Xe with the fall through, about to bring the tack visor. All momentum in favor here of Nubris. Kusta goes down. There will be no res. One Shot should be able to complete that from that.
You'd think so. Psycho also has his resurrection up too. Now there comes some stall, though.
I don't think it's going to get here in time. Oh, man, that's one way of stopping the stall. Just charge the Diva right into the back. Let's go.
Impressive showing from One Shot after they got stalled out really hard there on the second point. Able to finish the map 7:56, the unofficial time.
Definitely a beatable time, but...
yeah, kind of middle of the road for Hollywood. Really, when they finally figured out how to deal with IDDQD, which was running the double Winston to get him off the roof, that was great too. Some nice switch-ups just on both sides. That's really why I like Hollywood so much. Each team had to change their composition 5 to 6 times. You can't just run a single set. You can't just run the same type of heroes, so I think the transitions of Hollywood are just really amazing to watch. That's why I like that second stage too. You have to deal with high ground, and then it's still a place where almost every hero is viable. There's very few other maps that you see so much hero diversity in Genjis and Widows, and we're probably going to see a Hanzo too. So Hollywood's great if you like watching a ton of different styles.
It is great, and now we're going to see what Nubris has in store. They want to stay alive here in this tournament. If they're able to beat the time of 7:56, they will move on. They will face Gale Force in a rematch. If they do not, however, beat that time, they'll be out of the tournament, and it'll be one shot moving on instead.
Okay, so it looks like on the defense, they're going to be running a Symmetra of their own for one shot. That'll be played by Rolf. Hopefully he got his mouse issues fixed up. Dot will be playing that Roadhog. The other side of his gang will be Ultimate Weapon on the Junkrat. Psychowolf will be playing the Mercy. Chronic, of course, on Reinhardt. Exy on Soldier 76.
All right, meanwhile, looky here at the offense coming out from Nubris. It's going to be Cool Matt on the Roadhog. IDDQD looking for geometry, teaching simple geometry on Hanzo. Stoop on the Reinhardt, Buds on a second Roadhog, Vonnefill and Lucio and Kusta going to be on the Mercy. Interesting lineup coming out here from the side of Nubris.
Yeah, we'll see if IDDQD gets some good work done on this Hanzo. Now, last time we saw him on it, he died for no good reason, then came back and had a really nice first point on it. It's only for first point, so he did switch off immediately after. He's going to probably try to switch on the Widow if they get to that second point. So 2 hooks come down early for the offense. They miss them both. That's exactly what they were trying to bank on, is grabbing someone off that top shelf.
IDDQD right now just laying in the Hanzo spam, looking for an arrow, looking for a miracle. Hanzo is feast or famine. You either get the big picks or you get nothing.
Yeah, speaking of feast, Rolf already has his teleporter up. They've been eating chunks of orbs.
All right, so the offense right now is getting a little bit deeper right now, looking for what they need to get. Both sides still full strength, still looking for the poke, and IDDQD coming very close to getting 76 there, but has not been able to get here just yet. And oh my goodness, the tire is already out. Look out, Nubris, do not get run over.
Nice.
As Ultimate Weapon takes out 2. Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, he's able to take down Kusta there, and Kusta had a res that's effectively, this fight is absolutely over. They didn't even rotate to the back lines to try to get this teleporter, which they surely know has to be up by now, just based on the amount of damage they gave to Rolf.
Yeah, and also an interesting note here is that IDDQD not able to get any pickups here just yet, and this is the famine part of Hanzo. It looks great when you get the kills, but man, a game like this makes you wonder what you're doing, and it's rough.
Dragon might be coming through momentarily, if not to try to get kills, just to absolutely split them up, cause some chaos. Here it comes.
Dragon is coming in. Will the Dragon be saved? It definitely makes Reinhardt move away. Will get the kill on the Reinhardt. Dragon is feasting, but he's going to run right in the Dot. Dot coming in off the flank now. Whole Hog on the way. Oh my goodness, this is way too much value for a Whole Hog. Dot in the house, but does not get the Mercy. Mercy will get the res off. That's going to take some of the edge off here for the offense, but I don't know, the offense is still getting picked apart.
Yeah, Chronic gets brought back to life. Stoop is all alone in the back end. Now Buds did get a couple kills, but he's going to be able to get cleaned up too. The teleporter absolutely reinforcing during that too. Another tire is up. IDDQD is on the Tracer now, takes down Dot. Eats a
go in. Ultimate Weapon able to just counter here, and this has been a great defense coming out from the side of one shot. Nubris on the verge of elimination here, but like sure, there's the time that they have to beat, but if they don't get through here in the next minute 45, that is it. It's going to be over just outright.
Yeah, they've been trying to deal with Exy, who's been hanging out on this cafe, but his positioning's been so smart. I think it's one of the reasons they're running double Roadhog, is to try to get him off there. We've seen folks absolutely annihilate
the tire on the way. Cool Matt, it becomes roadkill in a hurry. 65 now in favor of the defense, and for them, they can't really even go in. Once Matt is down that early, you have to wait for them to come back. I'll note, by the way, IDDQD no longer on the Hanzo, is on the Widowmaker instead. Yep. Deciding that geometry not quite working out.
I mean, aside from the kill that got Chronic, which really, Chronic got hooked into that dragon, so unfortunate for him. He's gotten absolutely nothing done.
Stoop right now moving in. They're going to crack that shield. Here comes the Earth Shatter right after the shield goes down. But he's going to meet another Reinhardt charge and turn and get charged right to the back. Chronic with the answers.
Yeah, Chronic diving deep now, tries to get all the way to the back line, does get taken out by IDDQD. The resurrection is going to come off. They have killed Rolf as well. Psycho needs to hit a res. There it is.
Cool Matt getting the double kill. Will he make it a triple? No. Exy going to gun him down right from the back. Still, though, this is a lot of momentum coming in here from the offense of Nubris, finally getting what they need to get. And they're... Look at the defense here. They still have the teleporter up. They're still able to stream right back onto this point, so it's not over just yet. And here comes the Tire. Look out. This could be a difference maker. Tire immediately going to explode. Does not live particularly long. Bud's forced the issue. Bud's able to take out Ultimate Weapon in the back. This is do or die right now for Nubris. They need to get on this point. They can't let the map end right now. Otherwise, their tournament life will be over. Trying to get on the Mercy and pull that with the tracking. Takes down Psycho. Putting the team on his back right now on this Tracer. Nubris might be staying alive yet.
Yeah, they are going to grab this point. 4 minutes left to finish out the map now, so they do clutch it out there. Dot is going to come up on that defensive Widowmaker to try to deal with IDDQD's Widowmaker. So again, we're going to have a sniper battle on Hollywood second.
The battle definitely on the way here. IDDQD versus Dot. Dot's been holding his own, though, and then some. I think actually Dot has gotten the better of him over the course of this game. IDDQD, of course, did have some good moments taking out the Mercies and stuff earlier, but Widow, of course, feast or famine. We'll see how things work out.
Yeah, Dot's getting damage boosted here, trying to get some pickoffs early. Vonathil being very brave right behind the limo.
Sniper, be careful. Barrier up.
So both teams string up front right now, looking for the right opportunity. Dot with a recon sight up already. As Bod's going to get the first pick here of this fight. Gotsa back, got Ultimate Weapon. Takes out Psycho with authority. Some great fair play coming out from Buds right now. Getting right behind Chronic. And Nubris looking revived as they move through the street space. And Bud's just beasting, styling on the triple kill right now, making this stage his own. Wow.
Yeah, Psycho Wolf is going to have Resurrection, but it's not going to be in time to save anyone here. I wonder if they're even going to fight on this second point, because trying to trickle out here on an offense that is already set up, that's already looking for kills. They've got both doors covered here. They're going to have a hard time getting out.
They are going to fight. Buds has the barrage at the ready. Should be able to drop it here in just a moment.
They should
not. Oh my god, do not go through the door, it's a trap! Admiral Akbar warned you!
How did they not think it was
a triple kill? Oh my goodness.
I don't know why you walk into that. There's two Winstons there. Do you think the rest of the team is just nowhere to be found behind him?
Bud's the fully functional Imperial battle station. Oh no, not like this. Nubris getting everything they want and more.
I just think it's a mistake. I just think there's no reason to fight there. You see that you've already lost second decisively. You're just going to throw bodies into that. I guess you're stalling out a little bit. They do only have about 2 minutes to finish out this map.
Yeah, time-wise, they have all the time they need to do this. Their tournament life might not be over here yet, despite a very good opening here from One Shot. I'm not going to say One Shot is collapsing, but it is coming dangerously close to that point.
They're going to try to take high ground here. A little kind of skirmish happens up top as they do actually take advantage of a high ground on the defense. So they have it somewhat stabilized here. They're all up top, though.
Buds has been the man of the hour. Everything for Buds has been great here thus far. Street phase on. Here comes the Death Blossom coming right in. Ultimate Weapon spins right in. Not quite winning, though. Has not picked up anyone. The counter sound barrier comes in as Buds now justice raining from above. Takes out Psycho. The Mercy is dead. There will be no res. Most important pick of all going to Buds. And oh my goodness, what a game Buds is having right now. Oh god, not like this. Dot says enough of that. Takes out Buds, but still a lot of momentum in favor of Nubris here as IDDQD comes in with the hook.
Only about a minute left on my clock, so if they want, they could actually just go into a full-out stall mode right now. They are coming up on Tracers.
Tracers are on the way out. They need to stall this for about 45 seconds. Easier said than done, but here they go. The stall game is underway as Stoop swings the hammer, knocking out 3. And Stoop's gonna have an Earthshower here in just a moment. WMS1 getting way too much value.
I think that's it.
There it is. Nubris has done it. They're going to move on to face Gale Force.
They have no clue who won. On my clock, I started a little late, but I had, in my clock, it was Nubris winning by like 20 seconds.
Yeah, Nubris won that, but it was not close in the sense that's going to be hard to figure out, so. Nubris going to take it. Well played to them. They move on to fight Gale Force here in the LB final. Whew, what a game.
I don't think it was over a minute, unless my clock was super wrong, which is very possible. But that was a
No, it
faster
wasn't a minute.
time
It was like
Nubris.
20 seconds.
Yeah. You know, we could always ask admins, but I'm pretty sure that that is correct. And yeah, it's going to be Nubris moving on to face Gale Force. Winner of that goes back up to face Cloud9. But One Shot has nothing to feel ashamed about today. This is the best I've seen them play in a while. They beat Melty. They just hung really hard with Nubris, who I think is a phenomenal team. So One Shot definitely, I think, you know, without even winning like huge games or anything, they took the step forward that I think a lot of people have been waiting for that squad for a while. They're competing now with the teams ahead of them, where it didn't used to always be that way.
Alrighty, so we are going to be going in right to the next game with a quick 2-minute break. Words from our sponsors and all that. This is GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly NA Cup. We'll be back in 2 minutes. It'll be a short break, I promise you, even shorter than before. Gale Force versus Nubris heading right your way. Stay tuned.